We are off to a place called Dinokeng, which is situated just outside of Johannesburg. It's about an hour's drive. There's a number of petrol ports and petrol stations along the way to stop, refuel, or grab something to eat. In terms of the reserve itself, Dinokeng, it means place of rivers, and the two major rivers that run through the area are the Olifants River and the Limpopo River. It is quite a large reserve. It's about 18,500 hectares, so a nice big area for animals to roam. Animals that are found, there's a variety of species, including the big five. But for now, we're almost there. You can see the sun's coming up. We'll catch up with you all later.
So what's really epic, just over to our left here, some hartebeest, and we're only 45 minutes drive outside of Johannesburg, and we've seen hartebeest over here, we've seen zebra, we've seen wildebeest, impala. We haven't even been driving for less than an hour, and we've seen quite a lot of game. Beautiful habitat, really worth the drive for so close to Johannesburg. We're going to continue driving and see what else we can find.
So on my right hand side over here, we've got a small group of wildebeest, and in front of us there are a couple of zebras. So especially in areas like this, you'll find that you'll come across either a single wildebeest bull on his own, or a group of wildebeest like we just saw. And the reasoning for it is the males in this area will go off on their own when they're dominant, set up a territory, they mark it using dung, using the pedal gland, which secretes the substance, and that's the way that they mark their territory, and pretty much wait for a group of females to come into their territory, and then try and keep them there for as long as possible. But that's all dependent on the vegetation in the territory, as well as if there's a good water supply or not. And on the right here, we got some zebras. It's a nice little family group. Often see wildebeest and zebras hanging out together. Generally in areas like this, you'll have anything between 5 and 11 individuals in a group. They're also they're not very picky eaters, so they're hindgut fermenters, that is correct. And the wildebeest are very picky eaters, so what you'll find is that a lot of the time zebras and wildebeest will feed together because they help each other in terms of what part of the specific grass they eat. So being not so picky, the zebra will eat the top part of the grass, and the wildebeest prefer the bottom part, the parts closest to the roots. The roots are the most nutritious part of the grass, so the lower the better.
Okay, so we're in the north of Dinokeng at the moment, and it's quite exciting. It's kind of split into two sectors, and the northern sector is really much more exclusive and private. And on my left, you can obviously see a big fence here, which might be alarming. But what's exciting is the program that this fence is linked to. Is obviously Dinokeng's a big five game area, and one of the last things to get habituated in these projects is leopard. And quite honestly, if you just try and introduce leopard, they end up running off, getting under the fence. They're incredibly wily animals, and they'll end up escaping and running off into tribal land. So what they're doing here is they've moved leopards from the Waterberg, and they're going to leave them in these enclosures, and eventually the leopards are going to get used to vehicles, used to people. This is a key aspect of relocating leopards, is getting them to get used to the environment, calling it home, so they don't run into tribal areas and get hunted or poached. So this is a project. There's actually a female leopard in there at the moment, and there's a male in the in the enclosure next door to it, and after a while they get used to people, they get used to the cars, they get used to the area, they mark their territory here and they stay. And then that's how, if you've been to the Sabi Sands, all these projects start with habituation projects like this, and it's quite exciting. So in the coming years, there's going to be a couple of habituated leopards that we can get quite close to and watch. Unfortunately, she's quite scared at the moment. She's hiding in the grass. We can't show you, but very exciting.
Alright, so this is one of our villas we spoke about. We've got 6 villas. This is one of it. So outside there, as you can see, there's a swimming pool, and behind there, we've got outside shower with both hot and cold water as well. When you come inside here, you can check here. We've got tea and coffee station. So all the cups are in here. We've got all the coffees, teas, some rusks, and a mini bar as well. We always stock mini bars on a request as well. So, but if people has got their own favorite stuff, they're welcome to bring them. They can stock themselves as well. All right, from here, this is how it is, how it looks like. It mostly changes each and every time. So these are the swans. It's just the sign of love as well. All right. All the rooms on the suite have got aircons. So we've got aircon there. We've got where you can hang your clothes, the safe, and everything is in here. If you need the hair dryers, they're in here as well. So we've got a torch there. The torch is my favorite, because whenever you hear an animal or you wanna go for dinner, that is the torch you can use when you guys wanna use it. We've got the bathroom, all the bathrooms as well, all the suites. We've got, they all got the shower and the bath as well. And all our showers are massive. It's a step-down shower. Has got much space. There's much space which you can use as well, because it's the favorite, especially when it comes to the ladies. They want to be relaxed. All the amenities. Whenever the guests want to use these amenities, they can use them. If they need extra, we always provide some extras as well. It's more souvenir as well. We don't blame our guests to take them as a souvenir as well. So yeah, that's all about our rooms and what we've got here at Golden Impala.
Yeah, so we're currently at Kayaliu campsite, which is just one of the many different kinds of accommodation you can take out or use when you come to Dinokeng. Firstly, you've got the luxurious lodges up in the private sector, as well as some of the tented and trails camps in the private sector. You've also got lodges in the public area, which is where we are now, and you have campsites, as I mentioned. So you've got this entire space around me to use as you will. There is no fence around us here, so pretty much you're out in the wild. Come pitch a tent, bring your family, have a braai, enjoy the bush, enjoy the sounds of the African bush, and potentially have anything walk right on by. From directly behind you there is an ablution block, so it's not like you've got to create your own toilets and things like that. There is ablutions provided a little bit further back, but yeah, other than that, beautiful spot to come out and camp underneath a beautiful canopy of stars. Okay, so we've just stopped off here at a place called Little Mangen, which is a beautiful tented camp in the private sector of the Dinokeng area. It has an absolutely beautiful view. It's actually overwhelming. Arriving up here now in the vehicle to a pool that overlooks this beautiful water source. There's a bit of a deck up here on my right hand side, and then all the tents. There's the main area on my right hand side as well, and then all the tents along the river, along the banks of the dam. So just imagine picturing yourself here, and I'm not sure if you can get how much of the dam you get in, but imagine picturing yourself here waking up early morning with the water in front of you, sunrise in the east, which is directly across the dam from where we are now, coming outside to this main area that's got a beautiful deck that overlooks the dam as well. Have a morning cup of coffee before heading out on drive. So yeah, just to think of the amounts of other animals that may come down and drink here. It's a massive water source, so I know there is quite a few water sources run throughout the area, but a water source of this size supports so much life. Not only the bird life that we've seen driving along here, but you'll get a lot of mammals, elephants, the big herds of buffalo. They'll all use a water source like this. So pretty much prime spot, prime location in an area like this. Okay, so we're here at Lil Mangen still, and I thought I would share with you one of their tents, one of 10 tents that they have here, so they can accommodate 20 people. As you'll see shortly, I mentioned earlier, it overlooks this massive body of water, but before that, follow me inside and have a look. Okay, so on the left hand side here, got a beautiful mirror table and chair for the ladies. Can blow dry their hair in the mornings, but beautifully set up. There's power points, light switches, there's a whistle. This is obviously in case of any emergency. Beautiful beds here. It feels nice and cozy in here, so even though it's a tent, on windy days you can zip up all the flaps and not be affected by the wind. There's some nice cupboard space on the right hand side. One of the most important things in a tent in summer being an aircon, which is a nice addition to a tent. Areas like this get 30 degrees and above, so it can get really warm, but having an aircon definitely makes a difference. In the morning when you wake up, you've got your very own coffee machine that you can make coffee with and enjoy it on your patio outside before heading off on drive. And then connected to the tent, you don't even have to walk outside. You can simply walk into the next room. There's a beautiful shower. It's all covered by canvas. You've got the toilet as well as the basin. So really beautifully set out, very simple. But what I think they've done really well here is on the amenities and just on the small touches, power points, aircon. It actually makes a massive difference to a stay. But just imagine yourself waking up in the morning, first light, making yourself a cup of coffee here, walking outside and enjoying your coffee to a view like this.
We've had a great morning, and to see that diversity of camps here has been really special. And what we've just finished up doing is checking out the Mangen collective. They've got a trails camp, a tented camp on the side of Mangen Dam, and we've just come from Mangen main camp. Beautiful combination of two camps, the rustic tent variation where if you want to get a little bit closer to nature, no fence, you want to hear the buffalo eating outside your tent at night, they've got that option. If you want the brick walls, if you want the fancy lodge, the cuisine, the swimming pools, they've got that option too. It's really magical to see these two variations, and it really is great to see that Dinokeng has this diversity of options here with such prolific wildlife. It really has been a great experience.
Jump out of their seats. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any suggestions for Wild Eye TV, please leave your comments below. Thank you for watching.
closed service.